Continuing to work. Minute 20 to go here in the second. As they're starting to dismiss the student body here.
Yep.
As the seniors were just asked to report to their 7th period class. And the wrestlers pay no mind. They just keep on working out on the mat.
Yep. Tough for the students. I'm sure they were thinking they were done, but the meet goes so quick. Might as well send them back.
Well, they got buses to get to and get home, so I'm sure there'll be a little bit of a break here in between the varsity duel and the middle school action. As Beckerink finally gets her rolled over there. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Wegmiller fights right back over to her belly. Beckerink is going to have a full four count near fall points. He'll settle in behind as he takes a 10-0 lead here. 12 seconds to go here in the second. Has that arm bundled underneath still. Continuing to work with it, but the second period is going to come to a close with Beckerink out in front, 10-0. I'm sorry, that was just period one, Jack.
Yeah, we had a little bit of time for the injury time.
I thought it was the second period, but I guess not. And at the start of the second period here, Coach Proper came up and told his wrestler, "You're going down to start the second period." No deciding nothing. Oh, it is period 3. I was right, Jack. I doubting myself. Beckerink had choice. He's going to score a relevant church reversal right off the whistle, and he's right back on top, working hard.
And that would be why Proper told him, "You're going down."
As the arms bundle together, gets Beckerink or Wegmiller flat on her back here with the arms bundled together.
Yep.
And it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin.
There's no getting out of that, Dewey.
So good action there for some JV work. As the rest of the student body arises, and it's like the parting of the Red Sea here. Just a mob of adolescents running down the stands.
The stampede from the Lion King.
Our box cash unit just came alive, Jack.
What do you know?
Just took a long time for it to get connected. I think it had something to do with the timing of the day.
Yeah, seems like it. Timing of the day, or maybe what's going on with the weather out there.
Into match number 2 here.
Of our little exhibition rounds.
Another JV match here. Guys just circling in the middle here. Shot on a leg here, fighting it off in a stand-up position. Taking a stab at the weight class here, Jack. It looks like maybe 160. 152, I was close. Gerald Jansen getting a second bout here. I believe, I have no idea who this is for the Beavers. A tall, lanky feller. Might be Aiden Beckerink. I'm not exactly certain. No announcement from the PAA announcer as to who these guys are, so we'll just go with Corry and Union City.
Yeah.
As this first period is coming to a close, Corry player gets the 3-point takedown. Less than 20 seconds to go here in the first. Wrestling coaches are awful secretive about who they have out on the mat. I don't know why. We try to give the kids credit where credit is due. First period comes to a close. Beaver out in front, 3-0. Union City will have choice. And he's going to take neutral to start the second.
And I think we got more injury time, do we?
Yep. It's probably one thing about wrestling that I just don't really care for. Can't really do much about it.
I was going to say, would you rather them do it in the middle of the mat?
No. I don't want to have to sit and watch them clean it up and all that, so. Do what we can here, so. So at some point here, Jack, we're going to have
there he comes.
Middle school as Jansen comes back into the Munns Merch center of the mat. As they'll get the injury time, Corey Manor injury time to stop and get the match time back up on the clock. Well, later on tonight in the West Gym, or East or West Gym? West Gym.
Yeah, West.
The Lady Beavers taking on the Lancers at 7 o'clock for their first home duel of the year, coming off of a very decisive victory against Hickory in their first duel of the year. So Beavers looking to push it to 2-0.
Yeah, very good start for the Lady Beavers, coming up with that big road win in Hickory.
And we'll be back to our home amenities, so we won't have any issues with internet. We won't have any issues with space or anything like that, so we should be in good shape. As the Lady Beavers taking on the Lancers at 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have that coverage for you. Trying to get that corner, finally does get the three-point takedown, pushes lead to 6-0. With a half in on the near side, we're rolling them over. And gets the Bracken Funeral Home pin. So the Beavers JV squad doing well here today, Jack, as that's two matches and two victories, both via the Bracken Funeral Home pin. And we have another one lined up. And it looks like a little bit lighter weight here, maybe 145. Maybe 139. Both guys working into it here, trying to get control in the middle of the ring. Nice shot there. Nice fighting off there with the underhook worked in, but gives up the three-point takedown. Back up to his feet, trying to stay up there, get the wrist broken. He gets his hips separated, gets the 1 point for the escape. And, Jack, I'm far enough removed from the wrestling team, I have no idea who we have out here. I think this is Joshua Mitchum for the Bears. And he was at weight class 139. And for the Beavers, I think this might be Caden Doubt, but I'm not positive. Mitchum, I believe, got the takedown again to make it 6-1. He's going to get some near fall points as he kind of caught Doubt on his back there. 4 near fall points, going to make it 10-1. As he'll go, Mitchum will go with a half in on the near side. Dowd up to one knee, back up to one, back to his feet. Mitchum returns him to the mat. But Dowd works right back up to his referee's position. 25 seconds to go here in the first. A lot of scoring in the first period of this one. Dowd trying to work up to his referee's position to get back up to his feet. Mitchum keeping him right down on the mat. 12 seconds to go here in the first. Trips him over his ankle right back down to the mat. This first period is going to come to a close with the Bear out in front 10-1. And it looks like we're going to have at least one more match after this one, Jack. As I see a couple more wrestlers in behind their benches getting ready to go here.
Yeah, a lot of, as we saw at the beginning, a lot of weights had a ton of people at them. Some holes, but then other weights had like as many as 5 entries.
Well, giving these guys some live action. It's one thing to go up against your teammate in practice all the time. It's another thing to have a live opponent out on the mat in a hostile environment to get your blood pumping and to get some time working on your technique.
Yeah. You know, the students cleared out, but there's still quite a crowd here in this gym. Or at least some of the students cleared out. I don't.
Could it be some of it is elementary kids?
Maybe.
Well, we got a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Jensen out in front. He'll score a relevant church reversal. Gets a half worked in, gets his opponent flipped over, and he's going to get some more near fall points. If this is 4, it could be a tech fall. Trying to fight off, not give up the pin. The referee oh so close to slapping the mat. Mitchum thinking, what do I got to do to get a pin?
Yeah, right.
And there it is.
There it is.
He got it.
I was going to say, I'm not really sure what else has to change here.
Well, you got to have the guy get exposed to the mat for 2 seconds. 2 counts. 1,
must have
2. And
must have had his arm up enough.
Had it up just enough for a 1.5 count or whatever. So finally got the 2 swipe and got the Bracken Funeral Home pin. Oh, I believe this is McElroy coming out for the Bears. Aviana?
Yeah.
And I believe this is Devin Way for the Beavers. As we continue to wrap up the exhibition matches here. Way working right in. Trying to get that collar tie worked off in on a single leg. Dumps her down onto the mat. Settles in behind and goes to work on top, leading 3-0. Quickly gets the side cradle worked in. Stacks her up. And it's over. 22 seconds into the match. Done.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that during the dual proper.
Oh, we got another one lined up here.
Oh, my goodness.
For all the forfeits that we had during the varsity match, we've got a lot of JV action going on.
Yeah. Which, again, I guess happens when so many kids have or share weights.
Well, going forward, the Beavers are going to have some holes in the lineup. They're going to have to find a way to get filled up.
Yeah, for sure.
Not vie for a region title with giving up as many weight classes as they did here today.
But I'm sure they've got plans to deal with that.
I'm sure they do. I did notice one guy that wasn't in the lineup today, and I see he didn't even weigh in, so I don't know if he's injured, is sick, or what, but a very prominent wrestler here. As didn't get to see him here. It was one I was looking forward to this year.
Yeah, must just be out of school today.
Something. Bears going to get the takedown here. 1.5 minutes left to go, first period. This might be Zachary Tomshow. Looks to be about the right weight class. And the right weight. Although the Beavers don't have another guy at that weight class there, so I don't know who this is.
Well, he got an escape.
They have it scored 4-2. And it's the first period, so unless they give the Beaver another couple more points for a takedown, unless they scored a relevant church reversal and then gave up the escape, that would account for the score being 4-2. Oh, he got caught there, right to his back. Reverse half worked in, and that's nice and tight. This could be trouble.
Yeah.
And there it is. A bracket funeral home pin just kind of caught him there. And make no mistake about it, he sunk it in tight quickly, and it's over.
Yeah. Dewey, were there always cheerleaders up there? Or did
where?
they just get here?
Cheerleaders in the left-hand corner?
Yeah.
I believe they were always there, Jack.
Oh, okay. I guess I only just now heard them.
Well, hey, that'll wrap things up here for the first varsity action. And due to some of the troubles that we had with the internet, we're going to wrap this show up here and take a little bit of a break and wait for the junior high match to get ready to go. And then Jack and I will be back on board to bring you that coverage as soon as it gets started. So we will get into our – I just would like to talk about some of our sponsors, give them a big thank you for being on our list here this year. We have the J.H. Napa Auto Parts, K&E Surveyors, the Corry Redevelopment Authority, and these are all weight class sponsors. Lifted Health, UTEX Body Shop, Corry Community Foundation, Sawyer Builders, Rossbecker Insurance Group, Kearney and Ruth Law Office, the Harvest Community Church, Crossroads Fellowship, Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital, and Vern's Garage. And trying to see if I forgot anybody. I don't believe so, but thank you again to all those weight class sponsors. I didn't get to mention you during the duel, but it's one of those things where wrestling can kind of fly by in a hurry, especially with all the forfeits that we had here today. So that'll wrap up the varsity action here. Beavers victorious, as we will await for junior high stuff to get settled and get things going with that. So for Jack Hasbrook, I'm Dewey Hurt. Stay tuned in here. I'm just going to put the slideshow up for a little bit, and then we'll be back with the middle school action when it gets going.
The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Well, welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Jack Hasbrook here as we get ready for some middle school action here, Jack. As I tell you what, we just got done with the varsity duel, and we had a plethora of forfeits in that one. Beavers rolled up to a massive 60-16 victory. As there was a lot of forfeits, a lot of Bracken Funeral Home pins in that match, and coming into some junior high action, we got 14 matches for you on the schedule. 7 of them will be scored. I believe 7 of them will not. As typically once they get to the halfway point, to get to the point where the guys are starting to get double matches in, they don't count the second match towards the team points. So as they get ready to get this junior high match going, what impresses me the most about the junior high program coming into today, Jack, take a look down there at the Corry bench.
Yeah, it's
huge.
It's absolutely huge. I was talking to Coach Proper for a season preview a couple weeks ago, and he said that they have more kids coming up through the program right now than they've ever had before, and clearly that's true.
That is impressive. As just a quick stab at the count there, you're probably looking at over 20 kids on the roster this year. So great competition amongst the middle school program to come out here and be in full force. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some freshmen on the middle school team. They've got a couple of newcomers to the sport, and they've decided to keep them at the middle school level just to kind of get them acclimated to the sport. And to get them up to speed, to get them some good quality mat time. So captains will come out onto the center of the rink, get the ceremonial coin toss taken care of, as I'll try to keep things up to date as much as we can. I'm not even going to try to attempt to get the names out there, but we'll try to keep the score up on the screen and keep the guys announced out there as best we can. As captains will come out here. And the only captain that I really recognize out there is Cole Proper on the near side for the Beavers there, Jack. Unless for some reason you have a view of it. So Beavers win the coin toss. They will have choice in sending out the opponent first or second. As we are ever so close to getting this middle school action underway. At the middle school level, the periods are a minute and a half as opposed to 2 at the varsity level. So getting these youngsters revved up to get into the varsity ranks. And leading things off, I believe it'll be Cole Proper taking on Jace Coate.
Sixth grade, please report to your sixth period classroom. Sixth period classroom.
So again, they continue to dismiss the student bodies here. So they will get things shoot out of the gym here with as little chaos as possible. So we are ready to get the Fox Family Insurance opening match for for junior high going here. Cole Proper out here against Chase Coate. Proper right off the whistle with a shot. In on a double leg, and he'll get the 3-point takedown to take a 3-0 lead. Working a little bit out front. He's going to cut him loose. It's 3-1. Right back to neutral here. As they work and squared off with one another. Proper in on a shot, powers through, and gets another 3-point takedown. Makes it 6-1. Looking to dig that arm out, goes with a half. Has them stacked up with wrist control on the near side. Gets them flipped all the way over. Still with wrist control. And he'll get the arm bar in on the near side. As Cole will settle in behind, go back to work on top here. Now he's going to step out front, trying to get around that corner, and finally does. Got to find a way to get his butt down onto that mat, sit through it, and does. That's good and tight there. Coat trying to fight off of his back. 15 seconds to go.
That's a long time to fight off the back, Dewey. And there
he
it
gets
is.
the Bracken Funeral Home pin with 10 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, not only was he fighting off his back, but he was in an incredibly awkward position doing it. I didn't see an escape route there.
So that will give the Beavers 6 points and a good start to the match here. Pay no mind to the match and the weight class there as we're up to the second match. Sam Johnson taking up Rianne Moore as we're underway here. Moore circling to her left. Gets in on a collar tie. Johnson passes her by, but she squares up rather quickly. Not giving anything up here as we roll up on a minute to go here in the first period. Again, Moore puts a collar tie in. Johnson staying with it. Not letting her get around the corner. Stays nice and square to her. Both wrestlers staying square to one another as they dance around the middle of the ring there. Moore in on a single leg. Johnson fighting it off as he tries to tuck the head underneath. Trying to get that leg back. Moore keeps pushing in on it. He needs to circle through and try to get around that corner to get that three-point takedown. And he will settle in with a three-point takedown and leads 3-0 now. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Sam working on top now. Has that arm bundled underneath. And just as I say that, Rianne gets it worked out. And the period comes to a close before Johnson's able to get her flipped over. 3-0 after one. Johnson defers to the third. And Rianne's going to take neutral to start the second. And Jack, the gym got awful quiet with no no student body left.
Yeah, now they're all gone.
Johnson in on a single leg. Dumps her down onto the mat. Gets another three-point takedown to take a 6-0 lead. Early parts of the second period here. He'll step through the leg. Trying to get her flipped over. Go with a near side cradle. Trying to push that head into the knee to get it locked up. A minute to go here in the second. Continuing to work it forward. Trying to get those hands locked together. Rianne doing a good job of keeping spread out. Not giving up that cradle. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Johnson going to have to go to something different here. As Rianne wins that battle, stays stretched out now. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Johnson going to work on top. Here goes right back to that far side cradle. Just can't seem to get it locked in. 15 seconds to go here. As he'll step through the legs again. And Rianne does a good job of just bellying down and not giving anything up here. 4 seconds to go here in the second. Oh, and Johnson nearly had that half sunk in deep, but the period comes to a close before he's able to get her to her back. Johnson to take down to start the third. Moore to cover on top. Johnson quickly up to his feet, looking to break wrist control, gets those hips out, and he'll get the 1 point for the escape. It's 7-0. Back to neutral here. Johnson in on a leg, as he needs to circle towards it and stand back up with it. There he'll get around that corner as he stays with the leg and settles in behind with another 3-point takedown to make it a 10-0 lead. Second match of 14 matches scheduled here for junior high as he rolls her over. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Now he goes with a reverse half in, sunk in deep and teed off. That's a tight position to get out of with 30 seconds to go here in the third period. Rianne doing a good job of keeping those shoulders twisted up. She's going to give up some near fall points, but she's not giving up the pin. Sam's got to get her flattened out just a tick more. He's a little high. Needs to settle back in, chest on chest. And Rianne's going to get out of it. She doesn't give up the pin. She's going to give up four near fall points. Not enough for a tech fall. So just a major decision. And that will give the Beavers 4 more points on the team score.
Good start here to this middle school bout.
I give the wrong points, Jack. Shame on me. So bout 3 is Rennie Kuzma taking on Wade Sterling. And Sterling gets an early 3-point takedown here to get the Bears on the board. And he lets them up, makes it 3-1. Right back to a single leg. Catches Kuzma, and he'll get another 3-point takedown to make it 6-1. See if he goes to work on top now, as he'll get that 2-on-1 worked on underneath there. Comes to the near side with that arm bundled underneath. Kuzma grabbing a leg there. And he works with a crossface series, looking for the far side cradle. Sterling looking to lock it up. Kuzma does a good job of fighting it off. Kuzma not shy about physical contact, as I remember him from earlier this year in football, as he laid the boom on a few players throughout the season. But Sterling working with that 2-on-1 underneath there. Has that bundled underneath nice and tight. 10 seconds to go here in the first. Sterling out in front, 6-1. Kuzma up to his base. And that's all the further he gets as the first period comes to a close, with Sterling out in front, 6-1. Sterling has choice. He'll go down immediately to start period number 2. Kuzma to cover on top. Quickly off the restart, Sterling gets great hip separation. He'll get the 1 point for the escape, makes it 7-1. And he's right in on a takedown here to make it 10-1 as he's looking for the near side cradle. Kuzma stretching out, not giving up the cradle. And he'll scooch out of it and get another escape, makes it 10-2. Sterling still with a major decision on the board. A minute to go here in period 2. And another 3-point takedown for Sterling makes it 13-2. Right back to work with that 2-on-1 underneath. Rolls him over. And he'll be scoring some near fall points here. I don't think he's good enough for a pinning combination in that tilt, but 4 near fall points makes it 17-2. And that's a tech fall.
Yeah.
They let him wrestle through. Nope, they're going to stop it. That is a tech fall. They should stop it.
I was going to say, I've never seen him wrestle after a tech fall like that. But
they will if they have a pinning combination, but I was thinking to myself, that's not a pinning combination.
Right, yeah,
so
yeah.
They should be stopping that. So a tech fall will get Union City on the board. (17-2) makes it a 10-5 match as we're going to have Toph Hatley come out here for the Beavers, taking on Liam Silka. Right off the whistle into a whizzer as Hatley will put him right down onto his back.
This could be over quick, Dewey.
So that's a 3-point takedown right off the whistle just about with just a whizzer. And he's nice and tight, chest on chest there.
Ooh.
Silka tries to roll through the other way, and Hatley stays right with him. Now he'll put a half in to try to get him flattened back out onto the mat. Just under a minute to go here in the first period as he has a near side cradle kind of locked up. He needs to step him over, but that's kind of locked up good and tight.
Yeah.
Silka fighting valiantly to get off of it, but can't. Goes to reverse half as Hatley's all over him. Just can't seem to get one pinning combination to work. 32 seconds to go here in the first. As Hatley will step over once again. Just I'd like to see him get those arms tied up just a little bit. 4 near fall points for Hatley will make it 7-0. Fisher was holding those near fall points for quite some time.
Yeah.
As Silka has an arm bundled underneath. Trying to get free out front to get back up to his base, but Hatley's just been keeping him down on the mat. Has those arms bundled together. Got a 1 count as the period comes to a close. As Hatley will take a 7-0 lead to the second period. Hatley's going to take down to start period 2. This is the halfway point of the scoring of the matches here. And we have a caution on the Union City Bears. He was a little bit over the top on the elbow. Hatley up to his feet. Silka keeps the leg, dumps him back down onto the mat. Hatley trying to roll through. Kind of working with a Merkel there. But you got to get Silka rolled over there. Silka still with control on a leg.
Yeah, I was to say, gotta get that leg free.
Hatley a little high here. I'd like to see him just get in behind and get that relevant church reversal and go to work.
I agree.
But he's trying to work with that Merkel. And Silka, still with that leg control, is going to maintain control. And they blow it dead on a stalemate. And Hatley's going to have to go down on the restart. Silka covers. Hatley, good pressure back, hips heist, or gets hip separation and gets the escape. It's 8-0. Working with the underhooks in now. And just powers him right down onto the mat with the underhooks right to his back. And that's a little tight here.
Yeah.
And there's the Bracken Funeral Home pin. 26 seconds to go in the second.
Beavers get themselves back on the scoreboard.
And that'll bring up Robert Cummings taking on Ryland Sterling. A couple of tall guys here coming out. Minute 30 on the clock as we get going here. Cummings and Sterling. Sterling kind of just pulls Cummings right on top of him, and he gets a reverse half and a arm in there as he tees off. That's nice and tight.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to get out of. And
you're
Cummings
right.
with a pin in the first period, 20 seconds into the match. And that'll move us on to Connor Kent taking on Keegan Kunick. As they shake hands and get things going right off the whistle. Kent into a collar tie. Very aggressive off that whistle. Gets him down onto the mat as they'll look to get in behind the corner. Gets the three-point takedown. A reverse half worked in with wrist control there. He needs to settle back in behind and go back to work with that hammerlock worked in there. No down pressure as he wrestles from his knees here. Get up on them toes. Keep that chest put down in the middle of the back. Keep pressure on your opponent as he works underneath the arm, trying to flatten him back out. Kunick reaching back. Kent finally gets his leg freed up as he goes to work on top. Trying to get him flipped over. We're the crossface series out front now. Trying to bump that arm forward. As he has that arm bundled out front. 20 seconds to go here in the first. As he's looking for a half on the near side, nothing there. Kunick back up to his base. Connor trying to flatten him out. Gets him back down onto his hip. 7 seconds to go. First period comes to a close with Kent out in front 3-0. Kent defers to the third. And Keegan's going to take top to start the second. Connor settles in on the starting block. Kunick covers. Kent partially up to a stand-up. Up to one knee. Gets both feet underneath them. Kunick gets him back down onto the mat. Kent needing to stretch out from the bottom here. Pressure back with those shoulders. As Kunick does a good pressure forward, trying to flatten him out onto the mat. A minute to go here in the second. Connor up to his feet. He'll get the 1 point for the escape. It's 4-0. Both guys trying to get the inside collar tie. Neither one able to get it. As Connor continues to push forward. Half shot there by Kent. Kunick didn't really press the issue there, kind of just shoved him back and let him readjust. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Kunick kind of turned his back on Kent there. Nearly got taken down there from the backside. As they work back into the middle, 6 seconds to go. And Kunick called for stalling here. We'll head to the third period with Connor out in front 4-0. He has choice, and his corner's telling him to go down to start the third. And we get going here. Kunick with pressure forward gets Kent down onto the mat. Kent back up to his base. Kunick with good pressure forward, keeping him down there. Kent trying to pressure back. Kunick again. Gets him down onto the mat. Kent trying to get back up to his base. A minute to go here in the third. Koenig flattens him out once again. Referee telling him you got to keep wrestling. Keep working. 45 seconds to go here in the third. Koenig still looking for some points.
Yeah, I don't want to get a stalling call.
Koenig's already had one stalling call. Kent trying to get up off the bottom. Finally gets back up to his base. 25 seconds to go. Get that wrist control, pass it over. He's up to his feet. Got to pressure back here. 15 seconds to go. Five seconds to go now. 2 seconds. And Kent is going to get the decision 4-0. And that will make it 25-5. As we have the last scoring match of the junior high match here, it'll be Miles Clark taking on Keith Steinbaugh. So the last scoring match of the middle school duel is right here. Miles Clark taking on Keith Steinbaugh. Both guys trying to get the better of each other here. Clark waiting in the middle. Steinbaugh waiting for Clark to engage. As both guys trying to get that collar tie worked in and neither one able to get it. A minute to go. First period. Not a lot of lateral movement here by either wrestler. As they both try to get that collar tie in. Now Steinbaugh in on a single leg. Clark kind of catches him as he comes in. And he'll try to dump him down to the mat and settle in behind. And Clark will get the 3-point takedown. He'll wrestle from in front. Going to work on top. Clark trying to keep him down on the mat. Steinbaugh just runs away from him, gets the 1 point for the escape. It's 3-1. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Steinbaugh on a leg. Clark gets in behind him. As he'll try to settle in behind and get another 3-point takedown, and does. It's 6-1 in favor of Clark. And that's how the first period comes to a close. Steinbaugh has choice. And it looks like Steinbaugh defers to the third. Clark will have choice, and Clark will take down to start period 2. Clark will settle in on the starting blocks. Steinbaugh covers. Clark quickly up to his feet, looking to break that wrist control. Steinbaugh spins him back down to the mat. Clark up to one knee. Steinbaugh flips him back over to the mat. Trying to work a half in. Clark at his base. And he'll back up. As Steinbaugh tries to get him back down on the leg with a 2-leg takedown to maintain control. Clark in his referee's position, under a minute to go here in the second. Steinbaugh with a half worked in. Clark looking to get into his stand-up. Finally gets that half worked off. Up to 1 foot leg and the second leg, and he'll get the escape. 7-1. Back to neutral here as both guys kind of sizing each other up like the beginning of the first period. Steinbaugh shoots in from way far away, And Clark just lets him come in and pushes him down onto the mat, settles in behind with another 3-point takedown. 10-1.
Major decision.
Major decision on the board, Mr. Hasbrook. And we have 10 seconds to go here in period number 2. Steinball pushing back into him as they get close to going out of bounds, and they do. And Clark still maintains control. That was a good idea by Steinball to kind of use back pressure to back into him, but they were too close to the out of bounds. And we got 3 seconds to go here in period number 2. I think Steinball asked for some injury time as he's a little winded here. As the wrestlers will go to their corners. His coach takes the opportunity to retie his shoelace for him. And this is something that the wrestlers have got to learn to get taken care of before they even step out onto the mat.
Shoelaces.
You've got to have your laces taken care of so that they are tied up nice and tight and put away so that you don't get hit for a stalling call during your match. So they finally get that shoe taken care of. And it looks like Steinbach is ready to get back into action here as they will cut the injury time. As we will get ready for the start of period number 2. I thought Clark was going to go down on the restart.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, that was because that was the end of the first period. It wasn't the start of the second. My confusion there. My apologies.
Wasn't that the second period?
Yes, it was the second period. So here's the start of the third. Clark down on the...
Tried to get up, but immediately got taken back down.
Looking for the half on the near side. Clark looking to get up to his feet. Steinbach spins him around. Keeps him down on the mat. Clark needs to continue to work up off the bottom. As he just kind of spinning around in that referee's position. There he's got wrist control. Now you got to pass it over. Steinbach trying to get that wrist back, trying to get it into a 2-on-1. Clark just lets the wrist go. We got 44 seconds to go here in the third. Steinbach was getting out front there as Clark just kind of gets up to his feet and Steinbach slips off of him. And he'll get the 1 point for the escape, making it 11-1. Clark takes a look at the scoreboard, see what kind of time he's got left, 20 seconds. Steinbach again shoots in from way far away. Clark saw him coming, but Steinbach stays with that double leg, and Clark just snats him down to the mat, gets in behind for another 3-point takedown. It's 14-1, and that's how this one's going to come to a close, Jack. Major decision, 14-1. And that'll be 4 more points to make the final 29-5. And now we're back over to the lighter weights, as it's going to be Alex Hellier coming out to take on Chase Coate. Coate dropped to the first match of the night to Cole Proper, got pinned. As we get ready to go here. As they get things going, Alex and Coate going after it here. Coate in on a double leg. Hellier blocks it nicely. Tucks the head underneath. Coate rolls through. And now Alex is on a double leg, and he'll get the 2 or 3 point takedown. I'm still getting used to that, Jack. For so many years it was 2 points, and they switched it up on me to 3. I kind of liked it better the other way, but to no avail. It's not Dewey's world for everything. But Coach gets the escape, makes it 3-1. Hellier again on a single leg, dumps him down onto the mat. A nifty little move there. Gets another 3 point takedown to make it 6-1. Coit with some good fight, but Hellier gets him rolled over. Keeps control with the leg worked in. I don't think he got the. Oh, now he gets the reverse half worked in. Just a 1 count, though. Not enough. There we go. 1, 2. He'll get some near fall points here as Coat fights it off. And he'll go to a regular half here, trying to keep him pinned. And there it is. Another first period Bracken Funeral Home pin for the Beavers. On to bout number 9. This should be Grace Cummings coming out here for the Beavers, as she'll take on Rianne Moore. Moore dropped her first decision, a major decision against Sam Johnson, all the way back at the second match of this duel. As we get ready to go here, Grace Cummings taking on Rianne Moore. And we'll be seeing this later on tonight, Jack.
Yeah, we will.
Lady Beavers taking on the Lancers in varsity action later on tonight, 7 o'clock in the West Gym.
Yes, sir.
Neither young lady able to get the advantage of the other one so far in this match, as we're down to a minute to go in the first period. Both wrestlers staying square in front of each other. Grace looking for a leg, nothing there. I thought Moore wrestled very well against Sam Johnson, but gave up the major decision. Didn't give up the print, as Sam had her compromised a couple of times, and she's just able to keep those hips turned and the shoulders off the mat. Both wrestlers looking for the opening takedown here. 25 seconds to go, first period, in a scoreless match. .15 seconds to go. Grace gets her down onto the mat. Moore hangs out on a leg. Cummings will try and settle in behind. 5 seconds to go. Got to get that leg freed up. Moore still on the leg, and time expires in the first period before Grace can get the takedown. Moore with choice. She'll defer to the third period. Cummings will go down to start period number 2. And now we have a Corey Manor injury time. And there's an issue with her laces, so she's going to have to take injury time here to get the laces taken care of. So once again, Jack,
yeah, I was just about to say, there it is again,
a well-learned
Dewey.
lesson here at the middle school level. You've got to have those laces secured before you come out, and I'm surprised that it took the official this long to notice it. You would think he would notice it right off the get-go, but got to get those laces tucked away.
Yeah.
And have them secured. And she's having to use injury time here.
Yeah, they're giving Rain a point, it looks like.
Yeah, stalling point. I don't know what the issue is, but the coaches are, boy, those laces are long. They look like they're a foot long each. Looks like they're lacing them through an eyelet, too. That wasn't, maybe that's what it was. She didn't have them laced up correctly.
Yeah,
I don't know. But anyways.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I've never seen it called before.
Yeah, that's new.
But that'll give the Bears the 1-0 lead here on equipment violation. Coaches get it taken care of, get them laced back up, tied up. And Grace is going to have to go down on the start of period number 2. And she was almost out of injury time, Jack. So if she had ran out of injury time, they'd have to go into blood time. But Cummings right up to her feet, gets the escape, and we have a tie match at 1 apiece. Going back to work at it. Trying to get that collar tie into something. Dumps her down onto the mat, settles in behind. Grace will score a 3-point takedown to make it 4-1. They didn't give Grace a 1 point for the escape, just a 3-point takedown on the board right now. So hopefully they get that corrected, and they do. 4-1 in favor of Cummings. 50 seconds to go here in the second. Good pressure forward as Grace keeps her down onto the mat. Moore trying to get back up to her base. Coming up on 30 seconds to go here in the second. After a scoreless first period, we've seen some points here in the second. As Grace trying to lock up that far side cradle. And Moore did a good job of fighting that off in the first match of the night. Down to 15 seconds to go here in the second. Grace continuing to push forward and keep constant pressure down on Moore. Moore back up to her base here, but the period's going to come to a close before she can get out. And we'll head to the third period with Cummins leading 4-1. Moore has choice. Moore takes neutral to start the third. Cumming takes the long way around to the starting block. As she'll step in. Right back into a collar tie here. Moore a takedown away from tying this match up. Cummings a takedown away from taking major control of this match. Grace dumps her down onto the mat with a single leg. As she'll look to cover in behind, trying to bundle the arms together. She'll get the 3-point takedown to take a 7-1 lead. I don't think she ever really got in behind. She just got her down onto the mat and got good control.
Yeah.
With that bundle out front. Moore pushing back now. Trying to get on a double leg, switches to a single. And she's running out of time here, Jack.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go here in the third, trailing 7-1. Moore hanging out on a leg here. Got to find a way to get that pulled in, and it slips out of her hands. And Grace settles in behind again, going to work on top. 15 seconds to go now. Trying to get that near side cradle locked up. Moore doing a good job of stretching out and not giving it up. And it looks like Grace is going to get the victory here, 7-1, regular decision.
Another win there for the Beavs.
And we're up to bout number 10. Fanton Forspring coming out for the Beavers. He'll take on Wade Sterling. Sterling got the tech fall in his earlier match against Remy Kuzma. And these guys look like they mean business. Hand fighting with some authority.
Yeah.
Sterling on a single leg. Forspring sprawling hard to get out of it, and does as they go to work out front. Forspring trying to get around the corner here. Sterling keeping tight watch on that elbow. As Forspring will step around the corner and get the 3-point takedown. And he goes to work on top now, looking for that crossface series. Nearly had him flipped over there. Has the arms bundled together out front. gets him rolled over, and keeps those arms tightly bundled together. And if Sterling able to roll over, he'll give up 4 near fall points and trail 7-0. As Forspring goes back to work on top, looking for the far side cradle there. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Sterling captures the arm, passes it over, trying to get it worked into an escape. Forspring tucks the head down. Sterling works back up to his base here. This first period is going to come to a close with Forspring out in front, 7-0.
We'll be seeing some other Foresprings wrestle here.
Yes, Farah and
Finley.
Are they sisters?
I think so. I'd imagine they're all siblings, right? They all start with F.
Of course, or I know Forspring has a lot of kids. Andy does.
It makes sense, right? Farah, Finley, Fenton, they all start with F.
Yeah.
That's got to be a deliberate pattern.
You would think. Oh, a nice little cross under there. Sterling unable to hit anything with it. Forspring gets the escape here in the second period to make it 8-0. So we're neutral here. As Sterling trying to fight underneath and get a takedown, but Fenton doing a good job of keeping him down on the mat. 45 seconds to go here in the second. Fenton looking to dump him over and get another 3-point takedown to push it into a further major decision here. And finally gets the 3-point takedown as he wears him out and just gets that corner as he looks to grind some coffee here. Gets that armbar in on the near side. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Wrist control on the far side as Forsprings will dance around the outside. Get him flipped over, trying to keep wrist control on that far side. And he'll get a full set of near fall points here. 5 seconds to go here in the second. Second period comes to a close. 4 more near fall points. That'll make it 15-0. That's a tech fall.
Yep.
On to bout number 11. Devin Osterkamp coming out for the Beavers, taking on Liam Silka. Silka got pinned in his first match against Toph Hatley. See what Devin can do here. I thought Silka wrestled well. And he comes right out here with a 3-point takedown right into a half. Gets him flipped over. Keeping that half, working underneath the arm. He'll settle back in behind. Good work by Osterkamp not to go to his back. As he looks to square up out front. Silka looking for the near side cradle. Didn't get it locked up. He'll have to settle in behind and go to work on top. 50 seconds to go here in the first. Silka out in front, 3-0. Jack, I'm kind of curious as to what the weather's doing outside there as Osterkamp gets the escape, makes it 3-1. 30 seconds to go here, first period. As we don't have any views to the outside here. It was snowing, heavy, wet snow when I got here.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's doing what it's been doing all day.
Just shortly after noon. Silka with a nice single leg. He'll dump it into a double and get another 3-point takedown here to make it 6-1. 15 seconds to go in the first period. Silka with a half, gets him rolled over. And it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin for Silka. 4 seconds to go in the second.
Moving right along.
Yeah, bout number 12. Ben Van Gilder taking on Ryland Sterling. Ryland got pinned by Robert Cummings in a whopping 22 seconds. Both guys using reverse pressure in the middle of the match. They're just kind of pirouetting in the middle of the mat. Shoots in, Ryland does on a single leg. As he looks to dump it into a double, they go out of bounds, but Ryland gets the takedown. He'll lead 3-0. And he works him back into the middle of the ring. Still with that single leg. Puts him back down onto the mat. Looking for the half. Still with a half in there. Trying to get Van Gilder rolled over. Ben's able to belly down. Doesn't give up any near fall points. As Ryland Sterling goes back to work on top here, looking for the near side cradle. Has it locked up. Stacks them up good and tight. And gets the pin with 15 seconds to go in the first period.
And with that, we've got 2 more to go.
2 more to go. Noah Stover coming out for the Beavers. He'll take on Keegan Kunick. Keegan Kunick lost by decision 4-0 to Connor Kent in his first match. See what Stover can do here. Both guys looking to get wrist control. Both guys looking for a collar tie, and neither one wanting to give it up. Continuing to struggle in the middle of the mat. Trying to impose their will on one another as they circle around that inner circle, known as Munn's Merch, middle of the mat. And now we're going to have an official timeout. And the official's saying you guys got to quit pushing each other away. you got to find a way to get wrist control and get into contact. It's not just a match of who can push one another around. You got to get in there and get some control and get after it here. Right back into it here. As they look to get underneath those collar ties and underhooks to get a takedown. 25 seconds to go here, first period. And Kunick's going to get called for stalling, I would think, because he continues to back up. Stover in on a leg, settles in behind. He'll get the 3-point takedown. 5 seconds to go in the first. Stover looking to keep him down on the mat. As this first period is going to come to a close, Stover out in front, 3-0. Kunick defers to the third. Noah's going to take down to start period 2. Right off the whistle. Keegan keeps him down onto the mat. Noah looking to get up off the bottom there. Kunick puts a half in, trying to roll him over, and does. Stover right up to a seated position as he tries to fight off that near fall circumstance. Kunick rolls him right back down onto the mat. Kunick getting near fall points. Stover got to get up to his base, tries to roll through. And Kunick's going to get the second period pin. So that's 3 matches in a row the Beavers have lost, all by the Bracken Funeral Home pin. And that'll bring us to our last match of the night. Sanjay Jones taking on Keith Steinbaugh. Steinbaugh lost to Miles Clark in a major decision, 14-1 in his first match of the day. Right into a head and arm for Jones. Puts him down onto the mat. Needs a circle towards the head. And it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin. 15 seconds into the match.
Yep. Seeing a lot of that tonight.
That will do it for the middle school duel here, Jack. Closing thoughts here as the Beavers rattle on to a 29-5 victory here in middle school action.
Yeah, you know, some real nice things to see. A couple quick pins there from some guys. You know, I'd say the future's pretty bright.
Yeah, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Pushing 30 kids on the middle school roster. That's just phenomenal to see. And the Beavers have always had a great middle school program, a great wrestling program in general. But to see that many kids coming out, that's just awesome to see. The quality and quantity of wrestlers coming up through the ranks to get to the varsity level. Hopefully they stick with it and push their way up to that varsity level. So that will wrap things up here from Union City. We're going to have a little bit of a break, another venue to get to, and we'll have to you'll have to look us up on another link, as we'll have a separate link for the girls tonight at 7 o'clock over in the West Gym. So for Jack Hasbrook, I'm Dewey Hurt. Thanks for tuning us in. Until we meet again, we're going to say God bless and good night.